What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, according to father, trainer, and manager, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney, the father of first ballot Hall of Famer, undefeated 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, who was 33 wins, no losses, no draw, 15 big wins by way of knockout. With that said, Romero, the 2-division world champion superstar boxer, who is the WBA reigning welterweight 147-pound champion, 17 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 13 wins by way of knockout. Romero unwillingly, and we have to say unwillingly, okay, because we know over the past couple of months, Rolando Romero has been letting the world know he has no interest in fighting Devin Haney. But unwillingly, due to the fact that the World Boxing Association, better known as the WBA, gave him an ultimatum. Fight your mandatory guys off for, like Devin said and Bill said, for pennies, or who is your mandatory, or unify the belts, and unifications trump mandatories. Rolly had to go with unifying the belts. But the only guy available to unify the belts, see, what happened was Rolly was banking on Mexican superstar boxer, who he already beat, in King Ryan Garcia, who is 25 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 20 wins by way of knockout. He was banking on Ryan Garcia beating Mario Barrios, as he did, for the WBC title, and then wanting his rematch with Rolly. That's what Rolly was banking on. He was hoping that he would then say, oh, he wants the rematch with Rolly, and that's a unification bout, and that would trump the mandatories. But contrary to Rolly's popular belief, Ryan Garcia is not interested. So Ryan Garcia is not interested. He has a belt. Louis Crocker is not interested, and he has the belt. The only other champion is Devin Haney, who you said you would never fight. I'm not interested. Don't ask me about Devin Haney. So now you got to a point where you ain't got no choice but to fight Devin Haney, right? And so now Devin Haney has the advantage, right? He has the leverage. And so now in negotiations, he's already the A side. He's already the biggest star. But they are willing to accept the B-side role just to get it done to accomplish history, right? They're looking to build their legacy as well as get the bag. And it looks like they're going to fight May 30th. This is March. You got April and May. Devin already, we know, started camp. Bill stated that everything is pretty much squared away. Now it's just the logistics, right? You have to get squared away, right? As far as the venue and things of that nature, right? Has nothing to do with Devin, as Bill stated, right? Devin started camp with former world champion Mickey Bay Eternal, right? He's in camp with his little brother Sean Haney. Rolly has quote-unquote started camp. We saw him sparring with David Morrell. Rolly comes out and says, oh, Bill and Devin are full of it. They're full of what? Devin and Bill are full of it, as if he's trying to make it seem they don't want to fight. So Bill responded, and Bill said, sorry, Rolly, you ain't getting out of this one. Rolly versus Devin next. Rolly initially stated that Devin Haney ain't got no chin. Typical. Devin Haney ain't got no chin. Devin Haney don't really want the fight, so on and so forth, right? He's Chinny, he's soft, X, Y, Z. The same old narrative, same old talking points, same ones. I'll play it for you here before we get off. It's the same old talking points that everybody uses. Devin Haney is pillow-fisted. Devin Haney ain't got no chin. Devin Haney is scared. Devin Haney is a runner. He stood right in front of Brian Norman, who was a massive puncher and a knockout artist, highlight reel. He stood right in front of Regis Prograis, dropped both of them, but people still talking about he's pillow-fisted. Make it make sense. They big punches. He stood right in front of them. They said he's Chinny, but he stood right in front of them. Make it make sense. So now Rolly gonna have to back up everything he just said. He gonna have to back it all up. He gonna have to. So let's listen to what Rolly had to say here.
Champion. Daddy bought his career. Daddy bought him a win in Mexico that they raised the other hand. So y'all can all go. Haney is the biggest in boxing. So don't give me that shit. Devin Haney is the biggest in boxing. If I'm so easy, fight me and whoop my ass. But no, because he knows he's a chinny, frail little bitch.
I'm telling y'all, man. Rolly really don't want this fight. He never did. Well, we can't say he really don't want it because we know he don't want it. He told us he didn't want it. I'm saying he really don't want it. No, he told us already he didn't want this fight. Numerous interviews. Oh, Devin Haney's going to press charges. Devin Haney, if I hit him, why didn't he call me out first after he beat Brian Norman? Why did he wait? What difference does it make? What difference does it make? He wants to fight. Fight. Period. Rolly is hesitant. He's talking because he really don't want this fight. And everything he just said, he going to have to back that up. Just like everybody said Devin Haney and Bill got to back it up, Rolly going to have to back that up. And if you have the same performance and the fight looks the same as Brian Norman did, what's going to be your excuse? You're finished. He knows it. He gets outclassed and dominated by Devin Haney, you're finished. Your stock drops. Regis Prograis stock drop. Brian Norman stock drop. Right? Lomachenko, his stock drop, right? You lose to Devin Haney, your stock drops. Because there's such a narrative out there. See, if people just give him his credit, instead of trying to spend so much time discrediting him, just give him the credit. That way, if you lose, then he's like, all right, I lost to Devin Haney. See, to give you an example, nobody discredits Gervonta Tank Davis. So when you lose to Gervonta Tank Davis, your stock don't drop because everybody gives him credit. When you lose to Shakur Stevenson, your stock doesn't completely drop. Why? Because people give Shakur Stevenson credit. Somewhat. And you know what? Shakur is a bad example because they don't give Shakur no credit either. They don't give Shakur no credit. They say he's running, he's this, he's that. So as a matter of fact, I gotta adjust that. No, they don't give Shakur no credit. But Terrence Crawford, right? When you lose to Terrence Crawford, your stock drops when you lose to Terrence Crawford because he's knocking people out. So that's another bad example. I'm coming out with bad example after bad example, right? Your stock don't drop when you lose to Terrence Crawford because your physical being drops because he takes so much out of you, you ain't the same no more. So that's a bad example. But y'all get the gist of what I'm saying, man. Typically, your stock drops when you lose to Devin Haney because people spend so much time lying and telling you that he's pillow-fisted, he's chinny. So now you don't knock him out, you don't knock him down, you don't hurt him. And then he knocks you down, and then he dominates you and outboxes you. Now what? Now you must not be who you say you are because you lost to Devin Haney badly. your stock drops. And so Rolly did all this talking. Guess what's going to happen? He lose to Devin Haney in the same fashion, which I think he's going to get thoroughly outboxed. Guess what's going to happen? His stock going to drop. And he knows it. But let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Rolly looking for a way out. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. I'm gone. Peace.